Buy on Friday. Buy on Saturday. Don't wait till Sunday night to buy gold. Don't wait till Tuesday when the U.S. markets reopen. Because look what you're looking at. Look at how much more expensive gold and silver is now than it was on Friday. Now, the gold and silver mining stocks had good days. Could have been better, but good days. The GDX was up 5.7% and the GDXJ was up 6.2%. I mentioned on Friday, on the Schiff Gold Friday market wrap, that I thought that the action in the mining stocks was very constructive to a rally this week, because even though gold and silver finished down on the day, gold was down about 20, 30 bucks, silver was down a couple of bucks, the gold stocks all rallied and the silver stocks rallied. So that, to me, it looked like investors were starting to realize that it doesn't matter if gold and silver go down.
Gold and silver prices are sending a clear warning to investors who hesitate. As Peter Schiff emphasized, waiting until U.S. markets reopen could mean paying significantly higher prices. Gold and silver became noticeably more expensive compared to Friday levels, validating Schiff's call to buy early. Notably, gold and silver mining stocks showed strong momentum despite temporary price dips in metals. The GDX surged 5.7%, while GDXJ climbed 6.2%, signaling growing investor confidence. According to Peter Schiff, this divergence is constructive and often precedes a broader rally. Smart investors recognize that short-term pullbacks won't stop long-term gains. Now, we present the clips from Peter Schiff's interview. Before we continue to discuss this, please subscribe to our channel and activate the bell icon for timely updates. Thank you, and enjoy the video.
Gold and silver have already moved up a lot. They're not going to stop rising, as I've been saying. In fact, if you go look at my podcast from last week and, again, the Schiff Gold Friday market wrap that I did on Friday, what did I say? Once again, buy on Friday, buy on Saturday. Don't wait till Sunday night to buy gold. Don't wait till Tuesday when the U.S. markets reopen. Because look what you're looking at. Look at how much more expensive gold and silver is now than it was on Friday. Now, the gold and silver mining stocks had good days. Could have been better, but good days. The GDX was up 5.7% and the GDXJ was up 6.2%. Now, I mentioned on Friday, on the Schiff Gold Friday market wrap, that I thought that the action in the mining stocks was very constructive to a rally this week, because even though gold and silver finished down on the day, gold was down about 20, 30 bucks, silver was down a couple of bucks, the gold stocks all rallied and the silver stocks rallied. So that, to me, it looked like investors were starting to realize that it doesn't matter if gold and silver go down. These stocks are so cheap, even if they go way down, which they're not going to do. And some of the stocks had really good days today. Just as an example, my best performing gold stock was I Am Gold. That one was up 15.5% today. Of course, it's at a 52-week high. We actually own that. It's one of our top 5 holdings. Not just do we own it in the gold fund, it's one of my top 5 holdings in the Euro-Pacific International Value Fund, which, by the way, will be probably the number 1 fund in its category year to date out of over 300 funds, in part because we do have some gold stocks as part of the portfolio, one of them being I Am Gold. So that one was up 15.5%. My best performing stock on the day that I own myself is a small silver company, which actually we own in the gold fund too. But Silver Crown Royalties was up 40% in one day. Right? So this gives you an idea of what can happen. And by the way, 52-week low on this stock, 381. Where is it now? 1275 is where it closed. Today's high is 1360. So this gives you an idea of the size of the moves that have been made. But despite the fact that gold and silver stocks have moved up so much, I believe they're cheaper now than they were a year ago before the big move. That's because of the huge increase in the price of gold and silver. Now, I expected this big increase, although to be honest, I didn't expect it to happen this rapidly. But it's even surprised me a bit, the speed that the market is rallying. Not that we're at these prices. I actually expected us to be at these prices a long time ago. We're finally catching up to where I knew we were going to be. But clearly, we're moving a lot faster. This is going to continue. So it's a whole new ballgame for these mining stocks. So they are still ridiculously cheap. I think there is tremendous upside potential in these stocks from here. And I think at the end of the year, people who did not buy gold and silver stocks here are going to be kicking themselves. And if you own them and you sold some because you thought, oh, look, I doubled or tripled my money, let me get out. people are going to regret those sales. Normally, you don't regret taking a profit, but in this case, I think people will, because they'll be leaving so much more on the table. So my advice, again, is get into these gold and silver mining stocks. You don't even have to wait for a pullback. I mean, there are a lot of pullbacks, so if you want to be cute. But you know what? Doesn't even matter. And if you're buying my fund, you can only buy at the close. So, it makes it simple, right? You only get filled.
Gold and silver prices continue to surge, and the rally shows no signs of slowing. Investors who delayed buying are already paying higher prices, validating calls to act early. Despite short-term pullbacks in gold and silver, mining stocks are showing exceptional strength, signaling growing market confidence. Major ETFs like GDX and GDXJ posted solid gains, while select gold and silver stocks delivered explosive single-day returns. Rising metal prices are dramatically improving mining company fundamentals, making many stocks appear cheaper than a year ago despite recent rallies. With momentum accelerating, gold and silver mining stocks offer significant upside potential for investors who act decisively now. Let's get back to the interview.
The returns on gold stocks already beat the S&P for the past 10 years. I mean, gold obviously kills it, gold and silver. But foreign stocks way outperformed the U.S. market last year. They're already way outperforming it this year. And the year just began. So you got to get into these portfolios. What is about to happen is exactly what I've designed my strategy to protect you from and to enable you to profit. Most people are going to get wiped out. Right? We don't have to share in that fate. Unfortunately, I wish there was something I could do to help avert it, but I can't, right? I try to go on Fox News and tell the truth, and the president gets me kicked off, right? You're not allowed to criticize Trump on Fox News, right? So much for freedom of the press. But look, there's nothing I can do about this disaster, right? But I can save as many people as I can, right? We don't all have to go broke just because the country is going to go broke, right? A few Americans could manage to survive it financially, and they will if they follow my plan. I've got this economic survival plan that will not only protect your wealth, but allow you to increase your wealth as the dollar collapses and other assets rise in value. What's lost in America will be gained outside America, but you don't have to live outside America. You can own the assets that are gaining the value that U.S. assets are losing, right? That's what we're doing. So make sure and go to the Europac website, europac.com. Look at my 5 mutual funds. You can buy them all, no load, any discount broker, but better yet, just call up the phone number, schedule an appointment, talk to the representatives, and transfer your retirement account over, your IRA over. Let us help you manage that. Let us help you build and manage your portfolio so that you can survive and thrive during very, very trying economic times that are going to be following the United States. And the timeline, I think, now is short, right? I mean, everything is kind of happening, and I think the pace is going to quicken. Remember the old saying, how did you go broke? Well, slowly at first, then all at once. Well, I think we've gone through the slowly part. We're now at the all at once part. So you have to act quickly. You got to buy your physical gold and silver. If you don't already have gold and silver, shame on you, but buy it now. I know I've been saying it, but you could also buy more, right? I mean, you never have enough, right? So go to Schiff Gold. And again, everybody who follows me should open up a T-Gold account, because we're going to need T-Gold one day. I mean, we're going to need an alternative monetary system because the dollar is going to collapse. People aren't going to want to deal in dollars. They're going to want to deal in alternative. And the best money is gold.
Gold and gold mining stocks have already outperformed the S&P 500 over the past decade, reinforcing the case for diversification. As Peter Schiff has long argued, foreign stocks are now significantly outperforming U.S. markets, a trend accelerating this year. With economic risks rising and the dollar under pressure, Schiff warns that many investors could face severe losses if they remain U.S.-centric. His strategy focuses on owning gold, silver, and foreign assets that gain value as American assets decline. By acting early and reallocating portfolios, investors can protect and potentially grow wealth during an unfolding economic crisis. Share your thoughts on his analysis in the comments section below. If you find this video informative, please support us by turning on notifications to stay informed about our latest videos. See you in the following video. Thanks for watching.